I am really peeved at myself right now because I went to a food truck rally tonight with some guys from my church, right? And I wish I saved more time to walk from the food truck rally to the bus station because by the time I was done eating my waffles and whatnot, I started walking over to the bus station, which the walk itself was a pretty long walk, so to speak. Get to the bus station, and the buses were running much slower tonight than usual. I should have saved more time. And like by the time I got to the movie theater, I was already 10 minutes late to the movie. So, and from the looks of it, I didn't miss that much because by the time I got there, like I got to the part where Molly started, creating Forky out of the spork and the googly eyes and the tweezer things, whatever. But still, I missed You Got a Friend in Me. No! There's a snake in my sock. It's TVB, and I'm here today to review Toy Story 4, which is the latest Pixar film, the fourth installment in the Toy Story franchise, as it centers around Tom Hanks voicing Woody and Tim Allen voicing Buzz Lightyear and the rest of the gang that we've come to know and love over the years as they, were passed on from Andy in the last Toy Story movie, and now they live with Bonnie. And Bonnie is in kindergarten now, and she makes a new friend or a new toy called Forky. And Forky does not approve the whole toy lifestyle. I'm sorry for knocking the screen a little bit, guys. As when Bonnie and her parents go on a road trip, he escapes the first opportunity he gets, and Woody goes on a quest to get him back. And along the way, they enter an antique shop where they get reunited with Bo Peep for the first time since Toy Story 2, and they go on a wild adventure from there that involves new characters, old characters, and a carnival. I know a lot of people really hated the idea of Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 ends on such a beautiful note. I was like, no, they should really just stop making sequels to this franchise. I was fairly optimistic for Toy Story 4 because, yes, Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending for the trilogy. If they decided to stop making Toy Story movies right there, I would not have been mad at all. But at the same time, not gonna lie, I was undeniably curious to see the new life that Woody and the gang were living. Now that Andy has passed them on to a new playmate, what's it like in Bonnie's house? How are they getting along with the new toys? How are they faring with, kindergarten and, a whole new fresh slate with a new owner? And yeah, I was excited for that movie, and the trailers were very spot on. Really like the trailers. This movie had a great advertising campaign. And yeah, I had pretty high expectations for Toy Story 4 because Toy Story is honestly my pick for the best animated movie franchise of all time. I'm looking at the franchise as a whole, not films on an individual basis. Individually, my favorite animated movie is The Lion King, but when we look at a franchise as a whole, Toy Story franchise is my favorite because Toy Story 1 was the very first computer animated film. The entire movie was just completely computer animated. That was the first movie to do that. And while the animation in Toy Story 1 is pretty dated by today's standards, the whole franchise between that and 1999 Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 in 2010 and now Toy Story 4 in 2019, it's like a time capsule of just how far computer animation has come in the past almost 25 years. And guys, Toy Story 2, The Iron Giant, Tarzan, and South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut all turned 20 years old this year of 2019. Oh my goodness, guys, I am old! Shoot me, please! Just kidding. And Toy Story 3, guys, is my personal favorite of the entire franchise. It is not only my favorite Pixar film, it's honestly one of the best animated movies I've ever seen. Toy Story 3 is one out of 3 animated films to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Picture. The first two being Beauty and the Beast and Up, which also turns 10 years old this year. Oh my god. Okay, I need to stop going on tangents. And Toy Story 3, at the end of this year, I'm probably making a top 9 best movies of the 2010s, because now since it's 2020s around the corner, I can finally start doing that. I've been planning that for years. Expect Toy Story 3 to be pretty high on that list, because Toy Story 3, everything just came together so perfectly. The storytelling, the characters, the voice acting, the animation, the adventure, the quest, the drama, the comedy, the film was just Pixar at its absolute best. So yeah, did Toy Story 4 live up to that? Some aspects, yes, it did. And others, not so much. I will say this. Yes, the core of this movie is the characters. Woody and Buzz, obviously, they're two great best friends. You can't separate them at all. And Bo Peep was a very welcome return. Like, I was a little concerned that, like, oh, they were just bringing her back for fan service. But no, she's honestly one of the best parts about this entire movie. Like, she's strong, she's independent, she's kind of hot, too. Is it weird that I'm using the word hot to describe an animated doll in a Pixar movie? You guys can dislike this if you want. I don't care. But like, I'm just saying, she has a lot to do, and she's a leader. She can all these new toys. Like, they look up to her, and they lead Woody on this like wild quest. And yeah, she's just great in this movie. But the other characters, like the original Toy Story gang, like Jessie has a few cool moments. But aside from her, all the other characters we were introduced in the previous Toy Story movies, they really don't have that much to do aside from just, like, you know, yell out some lines and be of assistance when someone asks them to be. Like, Toy Story 3, everybody had their moment to shine. This movie, not so much. It's like, oh, what do we do? What will Woody do? What will Buzz do? Oh, why is someone jumping out of the RV? What's going on? It's like, for the most part, that's all they're really doing. And I was hoping to see more of them. But the film's storytelling is very spot on. It's just as Pixar for you. Like, Pixar is just, they're the masters of animated movie storytelling. There's a whole adventure surrounding this movie, and it's amazing. And the animation, like I said, this franchise is like Pixar movies, they keep outdoing themselves. The attention to detail is so great. And I saw this movie in 3D. I usually don't see 3D movies, guys, but I did see it tonight because that was the only like showing excuse me. The 3D showing was the only showing they were offering when I got to the theater, so I decided let's do it. And the 3D, guys, actually looks pretty good in this movie. Stuff actually stands out and you can notice it. And Pixar, with all these sequels that come out like 10 years after the first movie, they do have a pretty solid knack for, you know, bringing back old characters you know love and introducing some new ones as well. Like, Keanu Reeves voices this Canadian little motorcycle doll. Oh my, like, Keanu Reeves can someone build a church for Keanu Reeves already? Keanu Reeves is inescapable nowadays. Like, all the memes and all the movies he's been in, and he's even in a video game for crying out loud, and he's he was in that too. Yeah, let's not go there. And like, this, he even gets a spot in a Pixar movie. You cannot escape Keanu Reeves nowadays. But probably the biggest show stealer, like, you know, Pixar movies have a knack for making people laugh, and guys, I was laughing a lot at this movie. The humor is timed very well. And the parents, like, this is a great time for kids and adults. The parents in the theater were laughing harder than I was. That's thanks to Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, the Key and Peele OG guys, voicing Ducky and Bunny, these two carnival toys that really want a kid. Yeah, I was a little worried by the trailer. I was worried they were going to be annoying, but no, guys. They provide most of the laughs, and I was busting my gut. Like, before Jordan Peele was winning screenplay Oscars for his contemporary horror classics, he was really good at comedy. And it was really good to see him go back to his roots with this character, and it was just brilliant. So overall, guys, I was really pleased with Toy Story 4. But Pixar, please do not make a Toy Story 5. Like, I don't care how much money this movie makes. Just call the franchise off at this. I don't want to spoil it, but like the way Toy Story 3 ends, yeah, you can make a sequel off that. Like I said, I was undeniably curious to see what sort of like path Woody and Buzz and the gang would take when Molly brings them in. But just the way Toy Story 4 ends, like, you cannot make a sequel off of this. And I will say, I was almost teary-eyed at the end of this movie. It's not as heart-wrenching as Toy Story 3's ending, but still. Gosh darn it, Pixar. You got me again. Ooh, baby, I got some editing to do. My apologies if I was rambling a lot more in this movie review, guys. I had a Shakespeare exam yesterday. I have another one Friday. Wish me luck on that. So yeah, that's why I decided to wait to see this movie on Tuesday. I really didn't want to wait for this movie to come on DVD. And I'm really glad that I saw it in theaters when I had the chance. Because, guys, Toy Story 4 gets a 9 out of 10 stars. It's an awesome film. Alright, so July is right around the corner. We're 6 months into, 2019. And we're moving to the second half of this year. And New Year's will be here before you know it. And we'll be in a new freaking decade. That is going to be amazing. So tell me, viewers, what is your pick for the best movie of 2019 as of now? Or what's your pick for the worst movie of 2019 as of now? Just let me know in the comments down below, please. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, please. And yeah, leave it a like if you enjoyed this movie review. And yeah, follow me on social media, like my Facebook and Twitter's in the description. Support me on Patreon as well. I could use some extra dough. Hey. And alright, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a nice night.